What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. Do you guys ever wonder why I always say "What's up, traders"? So I believe trader is basically anybody, right? So you don't have to just be in the marketplace. If you ever sold anything and made a profit on it, or you even lost on it, that was a trade. You bought something hoping it would go up in value. Let's just say a pair of shoes, your phone, and let's say it dropped, then you take a loss. So if you look at everything in life as a trade, you're going to be making better decisions. You're going to have the right, you're going to try to understand the right risk profile. You're going to understand the profit and loss from this trade. So everyone's a trader. If you look at life as a trade or certain things, then it would make a lot more sense, and you probably make better decisions as well in life. I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. If you don't celebrate it, happy holidays. Me personally, I'm not that religious. Not even religious at all, actually. But we always still celebrate Christmas because, it feels good, right? It's fun to do. That's why we celebrate Christmas. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And then when the New Year's comes around, I'll wish you guys also a happy New Year's. So before I begin, I want to go over like a lot of new traders are coming in the market and they're getting frustrated why MicroStrategy is not performing as it once was. I mean, just a few months ago, it was at $100. It was in the hundreds. So, I mean, it's not going to continue going up in a straight line forever. And, that's a good indicator in the market when all of a sudden a large amount of the retail traders start piling in. That can tell you that its short-term top is approaching, or maybe even a permanent top. But in this case, a short-term top, I believe. So that top was approaching. A lot of traders piled in, from the 450s all the way up. Someone bought at the 542 level, the 543 level, this all-time high right about here. I'm pretty sure some retail trader bought right there, when technically that was probably the worst position to buy from. So you have a lot of people who bought right around over here. This right over here, lower 400 is still a good price, and the 350 is still a good price, but over here was not a good price. Either way, they're getting frustrated. Things are taking too long. I mean, it's only been a month of consolidation. Since November 21st, we made that top. I mean, it's only been a little bit more than a month. So if you're one of those type of traders, you need to just not look at the market every day. Just take a break, look at it maybe once every couple of weeks, maybe once a month, and then come back. Most likely it's going to be much higher than where it was before, because that is the trend. The trend is long-term up as of right now. So that's what I would say to those type of traders. Take a break. Don't have to look at the market every day. I look at it every day because this is what I do. I have a channel and I like to look at the markets every day to get better at doing technical analysis. So that's what I do, but you don't have to do that. Just enjoy time with your family, go take a walk in the park and then come back later with a clearer head. But overall, I mean, the chart is still very good. So we're going to go over that right now. So what happened today? Well, we had a nice, almost 8% gain today. In the short term, very short term, price is just consolidating. You can see that price broke out of this level back here at the 365 level, back here at December 19th. It went down, and then the next day later, price went up, and then now just on Monday, price went down. Now today we went up. So it's some kind of consolidation, choppy pattern going on right now. We can draw a range for that. So it's a small little range pattern that price is doing right now. This little orange range shows that price is just going up and down at this price level. So why is it doing that? Well, it's because it's trying to figure out what it wants to do. We are finding support from this bullish trend line right here, but we are below the 365 level right now. That's acting as resistance because price is unable to push through it after breaking below it. So again, the market is conflicted. Whenever you see consolidation, the market is conflicted. Not all the time, but sometimes, and actually most of the time, you'll see confliction, and that will carry over into the chart as a consolidation pattern. So price is above this bullish trend line, but below this bearish trend line. Price is below the 365 level, but we are in a macro uptrend. So there's a lot of kind of bullish and bearish signs that are kind of equaling itself out, canceling each other out, and that's when you get this indecision taking place. But for the bears, the target is still in play towards that 240 level, and also that gap fill at 275 level. So the high to low high to mid $200 level is still in play because we're still below the bearish trend line, and we're still below that 365 level that's acting as overhead resistance. However, like I said before several times, if you guys don't get it, I'm saying it right now. We are in a macro uptrend, so sometimes these corrections don't fully play out. They will terminate early, so we could have seen the bottom already, and price can rally higher. Or we can reach lower price targets and then rally higher. I'm not expecting this to lead to a long-term bear market. It does not look likely. It does not look like it at all. This looks like a nice pullback. For example, let's say price was dropping down from that November high in a sharp angle. Let's say price was still below this trend line right here. So why didn't price continue to stay below this trend line, moving at a sharp drop, something like this? That would have been a bad sign. But you see that price broke it, and then it started moving sideways, and now it's still dropping lower, but barely. So it's showing signs of weakness towards the downside because that momentum cannot be kept by the bears. So overall, price had a nice bullish day today. If Bitcoin is looking, Bitcoin also looks pretty bullish right now as well. If it continues to push up higher, maybe back above six figures, then I think we're going to probably see a nice move up higher Thursday and Friday for MicroStrategy. Once it clears that 360 level with conviction, and it breaks this bearish trend line right here, this is probably the last strong resistance levels in play. There is some resistance right here at the 430s, 440s, but with this breakout and the momentum to the upside that we can see, I think price should be able to easily push through that for higher prices. So overall, that's all I have from MicroStrategy in the daily weekly charts. The market is just conflicted. That's why we have been seeing this up and down in the short term. Downside target is 240 and then the 275. But again, those targets don't have to be reached because this is a macro uptrend. If they are reached, it's not a big deal. We'll probably still continue higher. If they're not reached, if they are reached, it's not a big deal. If they aren't, then it's even more bullish, and we could probably see higher prices. So I don't expect this consolidation or this pullback to be as long as it was before. Right over here, this was several months long. I don't expect this to be several months long. I think we're coming to the end fairly shortly, maybe another couple of weeks, if not already. I don't think this is gonna drag into February. It might drag into January, maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's going to drag into February. It doesn't seem like that. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows that the EMA is catching up, so that's a good sign. So maybe a little bit more of consolidation. With EMA doesn't have to catch up fully, but it is finally caught up for the most part. So that's another good sign as well. And again, this is a pullback on the weekly chart. Price was overextended, and we saw a nice pullback. And I'm going to go ahead and mark the prior all-time high back here in the 2000s because it's very important. So let's go ahead and mark that prior all-time high. You can see that if I put a horizontal line right about there at the 315 level, you can see that price broke that level and it's staying above it, which is a good sign. You can see that price broke it, tested it for support right around that area, and now it's pushing up higher. So that's what you want to see. When price breaks a level, you want to see it stay above that level. So that's why that target or that level still matters, because this was the prior all-time high. It could be the new all-time high as well, or a more recent all-time high. But in this case, it's not, because price is staying above it. It's showing signs of strength to the upside. I'm expecting continuation higher. Let's go over the log chart real quick. One last chart to look at, remove the drawings. And like I said before, this is a bull market since January of last year. Price has been making higher highs, higher lows. You could draw a nice uptrend channel for that price action. And you see that we're still in this uptrend channel. We just hit the highs. That's why price is kind of taking its time. But we could be going in a steeper uptrend as well. So it doesn't have to continue at that angle of attack. It could be at this angle of attack, which makes sense as well, because it looks like price just got rejected from the highs as well off of this channel. So it looks like price is kind of moving at this angle of attack now, this 45-degree angle, which is nice and healthy. Expecting continuation higher very shortly. Like I said before, I'm looking for that $1,500 to $1,600 target. This is all one large leg right about there. This is the second leg up, and that's targeting right around that 1550 level. So I'm expecting that to be reached probably in the next couple of months. I don't think it's gonna be the top for MicroStrategy. Who knows? No one knows for sure. I do have another measure target of 4,000. That might be the top for this cycle. So we'll see either way for MicroStrategy. That's all I have for MicroStrategy and daily weekly charts. Most likely, I'll give you guys an update on Thursday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.